conditions at the Casablanca Lake First Nation are unfortunately the day-to-day reality for police working in the Anishinaabe territory. We have communities without police protection after 2 in the morning. 75% of our officers are working without backup in remote and isolated flying communities, and we have police detachments that look little better than a shanty shack in a barrio. So I'd like to ask the Minister for Public Safety what steps he will take to step in and immediately address this horrific double standard in public safety.
Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, there are a number of working arrangements in place to make sure that proper policing is there. The various First Nations group apply for and work in a collaborative way to establish what levels of policing they would like and what levels can be delivered. This particular situation is one that is of concern to us and one that is being looked at by a variety of people at a number of levels. We want to make sure that the things that they asked for and the things that they contracted for are in fact delivered, Mr. Speaker.
Here, here. Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, let's talk about the collaborative approach where his government has left police infrastructure dollars at zero for a region that covers 2/3 of Ontario.
Unreal.
Now, police officers are at risk as a result of this policy, and our communities are at risk because of this policy. 2 years ago, I attended the funeral of the 2 young men who burnt to death in a makeshift jail cell in Kashechewan, and they died in conditions that would not be acceptable in any community in this country. So I'll ask the Minister again, why is he continuing to perpetuate a two-tier standard for public safety in our communities?
Here, here. Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Speaker, the person posing the question obviously has no understanding of the fact that these agreements, Mr. Speaker, work at a local level. They involve the province, they involve the federal government, they involve requests by those who are in the particular area. And I can tell you, Mr. Speaker, he obviously is clearly unaware of the amount of resources that we have increased across the board for policing, not just for arrangements like these, but in other types of situations also. Mr. Speaker, this is something that has been neglected in the past that we have looked at and we are funding in a more aggressive way, and this particular situation is no exception to that. We're going to continue to work on that, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable